and now, listening to Carve. You and now, listening to Carve. You and now, listening to Carve. You and now.
Yeah, Carve Radio, the vibe too strong, the type you never could deny whichever side you on. Yeah. That's why we writing these rhymes. These youngins get so in love with the shine. I still remind. We on it, it's my time. Yeah, I still remind.
Every day we on it, it's our time.
Carve Radio.
Hello, welcome to the Carve Podcast Series. Today we're obviously hanging out in a really beautiful spa and treatment place for beauty aesthetics, and we're hanging out with Devina. Devina, tell us a bit about your company, and thank you so much firstly for having us out here. Tell us a bit about your company.
Hi, Kat. Nice to be doing this again with you.
Yes.
Okay, so a little bit about the Skin Revision Co. Mm-hmm. We were initially, our former name is Skincare Expertise. So we've only now recently changed our name to the Skin Revision Co. Mm-hmm. And we've also just recently moved in here to our new spot. So we've been in existence now for 7 years. So I started off working from home. I actually started off doing pedicures, house call pedis. And then I slowly built up my clientele. So it's taken me quite some time, but I've managed to retain most of my clientele, and here we are. We are a beauty company, as well as I'd say a skincare clinic. We offer beauty treatments as well as paramedical skincare. So we do everything. So we do, on the beauty side, we do manis, pedis, we do facials, we do massages as well. And then on the skincare side, we do laser, we do skin tightening, we do chemical peels, we do enzyme therapy, we do microneedling. So I think that basically just sums us up.
Well, what interested you in actually getting into this field? I mean, for you to even start with the pedicures at home, what was that thing that said, maybe that is something that I could look into?
Okay, so I have an HR degree, and I started working immediately after I qualified. But then I found that I really wanted to just be my own boss. And beauty was something that I always wanted to do part-time on the side. Have my own Mac store, or have my own pedicure lounge somewhere that I could manage part-time. But then I also didn't want to work for anybody else. So I obviously decided to open up my own thing.
And how has that been? I mean, starting off a business or wanting to be your own boss, it's not as easy as it might seem.
No.
Like for you to finally be here, 7 years of that process. What would you say are some of like the main challenges that you had to go through, and some of the things you had to talk yourself out of doing, if any, if you thought of quitting at some point? What made you stay in this game?
So it's not as easy as people think it is. It's challenging being your own boss. And yes, when I initially started, I mean, obviously starting up, it takes you years and years and years as a beauty therapist, as a hairdresser, to build up your clientele. So I think that's one of the main things. It's building up your clientele, making sure that clients come back to you, making sure that you offer quality service so that they do come back to you. And it's a gradual, slow process. And there were many times where I thought, is this worth it? I can't do this anymore. It's just because in this industry as well, it's cutthroat. There's a lot of people doing the exact same thing that you're doing as well. So starting up is tough. It comes with a lot of challenges. So I think the main thing that got me through it and made me continue doing what I'm doing is passion. I mean, you have to have passion for what you're doing. You have to do what you love. And that obviously carries you through to the next day, because if you love something you do, it's something that you want to do every day for the rest of your life. So I think that's really what got me through. love for what I do.
But I don't think that the competition is something to worry about, because when it comes to beauty, it's things that you'll continuously need. Like with this with the pandemic, for 5 months, people have been like super stressed out. Hence why, obviously, the levels of opening up spas had to like open up even sooner, because personal hygiene and self-care is very important. And I guess that's why they open. That comes to show that that is something that will continuously be needed, and the competition for that can't be that hectic, right?
Yeah, I suppose there's a lot of sunshine for everybody. That is true. Lots of people want beauty. I mean, which woman doesn't want a beauty treatment? Yeah, no, for sure. And I think also it's your skills, it's your experience as well that come into play. And at the end of the day, if you offer that client quality service, good service, and that client sees the passion for what you do, then obviously you retain your clientele and other people retain theirs. You know, it's just, it's where people feel at home, you know? And I think that's what it comes down to. People will find their homes where they feel comfortable at.
A lot of people lost out on a lot of money in the pandemic. With the pandemic, or because of the pandemic. For you, how did this affect your business?
So it definitely affected our business quite a bit, because obviously we still have bills to pay. The bills don't stop. It's just we have to pay. We don't have much of a choice. So it has affected us quite drastically, and we are only now recovering from it, because now obviously people want to go out. As much as we still need to be careful, people still want to come out because they just need a little bit of normality, you know. So yeah, things are only really now starting to pick up, but yeah, it was tough. It was tough. It still is, but we are on the way to recovery.
Yeah, definitely bouncing back, because you got my skin of you glowing. It's real. My skin has bounced back from just that session.
Good.
Tell us a bit about like what you did. What kind of procedure was it? I know that you work a lot with Dmk, which is like, I think it's a signature brand that you use within your beauty spa. Tell us about that and just unpack this particular glow up feature that you got, you know.
Okay, so yes, we do use Dmk. That's one of our brands we use. We use Dmk and we use Lamel as well. The Dmk treatment is paramedical, which means that it doesn't just work on the surface of the skin, it's working underneath the skin as well. And the reason why I chose the quick peel for you is because it's one of my favorite treatments. It's also a common favorite for my clients as well. They also love the quick peel. So if you're going to come and have a quick peel done, you know you're going to walk out looking fresh. You're going to feel revived. Your skin's going to feel energized. You're going to feel a lot more detoxed. So how the quick peel works is it uses a pseudo heat, which is a false heat. So once we apply the quick peel, you're going to feel your skin getting really, really hot.
Oh, it was so tight. It was so hot and tight. Like I couldn't even do this to my brows. It was hectic.
So yeah, so you felt that pseudo heat. That pseudo heat creates a lot of circulation. It increases the circulation in the skin. It also oxygenates the skin really nicely. So you've got this fresh oxygen coming to the surface of the skin. And because of that, your skin is then rejuvenated. It's a lot more energized. It's functioning a lot better. It's a lot glowier. You can see that it's a lot more healthier. And your skin also feels a lot lighter once you're done.
And there's so many like beauty trends out there. I mean, for you, do you follow some of those or implement any of those beauty trends to your personal care that you have for your clients?
Okay, so I do a lot of research before I implement any beauty treatment. And if I find that a treatment is good and it works well, I will then start implementing it. But I obviously I check the treatment out, I have it done. And obviously, if it's worth bringing into my salon and doing it, then yeah, we do. For example, dermaplaning is now quite a popular trend. Dermaplaning.
Dermaplaning.
Dermaplaning. So that's
Whoa.
Okay, so let me explain. It's an exfoliating blade that basically skims the dead cells. So it's a blade, and you gently taking off the dead skin. It looks scary, but it's not painful. It's completely pain-free. But it also works quite well. So that's also one of the
Does it
treatments
look
that we
like an actual blade?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd allow anybody to bring an actual blade in front of my eyes.
So lucky we didn't opt for that treatment.
Yeah. So is that a South African trend or?
I think it's a worldwide trend currently. Yeah, everybody is doing it.
You know, a lot of people, obviously with the season changing, the skin, it's always being affected by seasons. And right now we are like getting into spring. What would you say are one of those top things that you think that everyone needs to do to kind of like cleanse their skin out of the old into the new?
Definitely a quick peel, like what we've done for you. Only I would add on enzyme therapy. Enzyme therapy works with your lymphatic drainage systems. We apply the mask behind the ears, and you then start feeling this heartbeats all over. So it basically also pumps fresh oxygen to the surface of the skin, and that basically just helps the skin function at its optimum best. Yeah, so I'd definitely do a quick peel and an enzyme on you for spring. Also, what's really good is a chemical peel before summer.
Do you play a lot with needles?
We do dermapens as well. That does involve needles.
Yeah. Is it, but like collagen kind of needly fillers and those type of things? Do you do that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
To do those treatments, you would typically need a doctor to perform them, a licensed esthetician. Yeah.
And so you believe that through the treatments that you have in your business, it's something that can help you prolong for you not to need needles.
Yes, definitely.
Because girlfriend, needles in your face, that's like extreme sports.
No, definitely. So obviously with consistency, with good home care, micro needling, that's vitamin C induction to help the collagen, to stimulate the collagen. Obviously, the more collagen you get into the skin, the more youthful your skin looks. So, I truly believe that if you take care of your skin now, you prolong the aging from occurring, and in turn, you obviously don't need to go for your fillers and your Botox. I think the right age to start with your fillers and your Botox is at around 50, but I don't think before that is a good time to start, because you can still look young in your 40s, in your late 40s, even in your early 50s, even in your late 50s. So it all just depends.
Do you believe that drinking water can give you a glow? That all those remedies that say, okay, drink your 8 glasses of water and your skin will change?
Definitely. I know, especially in winter, a lot of people forget to drink water because it's cold. Nobody really likes to drink water during winter. And you'll see, like in winter, you'll see the palms of your hands or the top of your hands get drier. You'll see those lines on the hands. You'll feel your skin get a little bit taut in winter. When you smile, it's like a little bit tighter. Exactly. And that is also the result of dehydration because of not drinking enough water. So there's also been myths saying that water doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't matter how much you drink. It's not going to make a difference to your skin. But I don't believe in that. The more water you drink, you need your body to be hydrated in order for your skin to look good. It works hand in hand.
And okay, then there's then there's that portion of people that believe in just, using just water and basic soap and petroleum jelly and they're good to go. Do you think that is still a solve? If it's working for my skin right now, does it mean that in the long run that might be a problem because I'm not getting any facials and that kind of procedures done on my face? Or do you think that it could be a long-standing solve for my skin if that's what I do?
Okay, so some people are just blessed they're just blessed with good skin. They can not wash their face, use whatever products, and their skin would look amazing. I do, however, feel that when you get a little bit older, once you're 27, 28, you need to start using proper products so that we can prevent the aging process from occurring, so that we can prevent pigmentation from occurring, so that we can prevent dark rings around the eyes, fine lines, wrinkles, for example. So if you're young and that's working for you, fine. But when you start getting a little bit older, you need to start using a little bit better products on your skin, especially things like vitamin C, for example. Everybody needs a vitamin C serum. Obviously, like I said, to prevent the aging from occurring. So maybe you obviously don't need to use a whole lot of things, but use the necessary things just as a prevention. For example, use your sunscreen. You have to use sunscreen. You cannot leave your house without a sunscreen. As mentioned, vitamin C. And eye cream. Eye cream is important because if we're not using eye cream, that's the first thing you're going to see as you age. Your eyes are going to get wrinkly. It's not going to start looking good. So I'm not saying buy 1,000 rand eye cream. Buy something to use, like maybe a light oil that you can use around the eye area.
Okay.
Because obviously I also get a lot of clients that come in here and say, listen, is an eye cream really, really necessary? I can't include that in my budget because eye creams are expensive.
Yeah, and it comes in this small little thing. It's like you do 3 dabs and it's gone.
Yes, I hear you. So, and I say to some of them, as long as you're using something, use it.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Just to seal your eye when you go to bed.
Exactly.
Okay. I can think about trying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's talk about home remedies or things that people think, okay, this is stuff you can do from home and can definitely zhuzh up your skin, like your eggs and your avos and your sugars and those kind of natural scrubs. Are you a firm believer in those?
I am. Of course, I am. I always tell my clients, if you can't come in for a treatment, do something at home. Natural remedies are good. I mean, if you need to exfoliate, whip up some brown sugar and olive oil and use that to exfoliate. Use that on your face. The finer sugars on your face, though not the very rough ones. Use the brown sugar on your bum, on your tummy, on your thighs.
Oh, my booty girl.
Of course.
Oh, okay. That's new. I haven't heard that before. Okay, I can try that.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good for cellulite. It's good for that smooth, even skin tone. As Indian people are firm believers of turmeric, so for that nice glowy look, put some coconut oil and turmeric on your face for about 20 minutes or so, just to
daily.
To get, I'd say once a week, maybe. Otherwise, you're gonna end up just being like the sun, super yellow. Once a week, whip up some turmeric, some coconut oil, just to brighten up your skin, get that glowy look going. To tone the skin, you can use, like you say, egg whites, just to firm up the skin. So of course, if you want to go for the natural remedies, knock yourself out, why not? I mean, it's going to help. It's not like it's not going to help. It's going to help a little bit, sometimes a lot.
Yeah.
For some clients who are regular with those things, because some people just feel like, it's like, do I have to do this? Do I have to whip up this? Get the ingredients, mix this up. So if you're gonna be consistent, you will see. I'm sure you will see pretty good
What about
results.
charcoal?
To be quite honest, this is my personal view.
Okay.
I don't like the charcoal masks. I feel like it just drains out the natural oils in your skin. So I would not go for a charcoal mask. No, I'd stick to the more feel-good things.
Yeah. Like those ones that have those peelers, the transparent that you put under your eye?
Yeah, no.
Is that not like the same as the eye cream thing if I put those eye thing? Okay, the gold one, what about that gold mask?
I would still stick to the natural stuff that you're whipping up yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, you think those are better than the other cosmetic stuff? Yeah. And I know that DMK is big on, helping you neutralize your skin to its natural color. And when I first heard of the brand, I was like, how, you know? And because we've used so many products that you see literally making you look lighter than your complexion in other parts. And how effective is it, and how can someone really restore, and how many years or months would it take to get someone to take their skin back to its natural color?
Okay, that's actually a good question. So DMK works on a concept of removing, protecting, and maintaining. So you remove, rebuild, protect, and maintain. So how we go about doing this is by removing, for example, with the quick peel, like we've done, rebuilding with your enzymes, protecting with your home care, with your sunscreen, maintaining as well. So Danae's concept is to help the skin and the product work hand in hand. So what DMK does is it works with the skin's own chemistry. So it basically like interlinks. So it gets your skin to start functioning naturally as it should, but that's what the product does as well. So basically, essentially helping the skin function or balance in its own natural chemistry. So after a few treatments, I would say after your third or fourth enzyme, your skin eventually starts functioning the way it's meant to. So it starts functioning the way it's meant to, and it starts functioning at its optimum best because it's working, like I've mentioned, underneath the skin, at the underlayers of the skin. So everything is just working underneath, not just topically on the surface of the skin. So it's doing everything underneath. It's working with the skin's chemistry underneath. And eventually, your skin functions the way it's meant to, and it gets back to the way it used to be. The color gets back to the way it used to be because
Does it
of
help
the chemistry.
Does it help with scarring?
It does, definitely.
Okay.
So we've got skin peels that help with scarring. The DMK Home Care helps with the scarring as well. The Melanotech Drops is a good melanin inhibitor, so that also helps with scarring. It's actually quite good. The Direct Delivery Vitamin C, also very good for scarring as well. Super Bright is the most sold product. Super Bright is amazing. Everybody needs to be on a Super Bright.
Okay.
That glows up the skin. It creates that nice glowy look. So you apply that in the evening, and when you wake up, it's like
You
your
woke
skin's
up
looking
like
good.
this.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want to be all perfect or anything, but is it possible for someone to like not have spots, like small blemishes or darker areas on their face? Is that a realistic goal to have, or are you just looking for trouble?
It is realistic, but a client needs to understand that pigmentation takes time. You need to be consistent, and you need to work at it. So if you want to treat pigmentation that's been there for quite some time, it's going to take us quite some time
Like
to
years.
lighten it.
Years kind of time.
Sometimes clients can get rid of their pigmentation in 8 to 12 months.
Okay.
Other times clients are going to have to come for treatments for, let's say, about 2 years until we get it to where the client wants it. Sometimes with pigmentation, we can lighten it, but we can never promise the client that we can take it away.
Do you ever supplement that with actual pills to help the
Yes.
skin inwardly?
Yeah, definitely. So peels are a big thing when it comes to pigmentation because we getting rid of that topical skin for the skin cells to start functioning a lot better, and slowly but surely we inhibiting the melanin and we're getting the skin a little bit lighter, or those spots a little bit lighter.
You know why I'm laughing? Because
Why?
I'm saying pills like tablets. And you're talking about peels, but then I'm like, okay, still makes sense though.
Yeah, okay. The pearls, not from DMK, but from Lamel, we've got something called Oval. So that helps. It helps by 88% of pigmentation, to lighten, to reduce. So it lightens pigmentation by 88%, which
Wow.
is quite good.
And I saw you have like a glow product.
Oh, I do.
Yes, tell us a bit about that product.
So the glow it's fantastic. So we've got the glow and we've got the body gold. The glow is basically your collagen it's collagen, by the way. It's collagen for your overall well-being, so overall health. So it promotes better sleep quality, helps for joints, for arthritis, people who've got a low bone density. It helps for people who need a little bit more energy. Obviously helps for hair, skin, nails as well. Improves circulation. Provides a bit of a mild detox as well. So it does a whole lot of things, but it's exceptional. Clients who are on the glow stay on the glow. I always tell them they're glowy for life because once you're on it, you don't want to go back. It's exceptional. The Body Gold, on the other hand, is also collagen from the same company. Both of them do two different things. So the Body Gold increases your lean muscle and it decreases your fat mass, and it also increases your metabolism. But both of them do different things. The one is for overall general health, well-being, whereas the other one is specifically, I would say, for toning of the body.
And you know, I think when women or people come into a space or trust someone with their skin or their sensitive parts about themselves, because obviously when someone comes for a consult, it's because they want something to be fixed, you know, and I think that carries a lot of weight with someone who is actually in the forefront of helping and assisting that person. What would you say is that thing that helps you to continue to help women to find confidence and acceptance within themselves?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. When I was younger, I struggled a lot with self-confidence. I think I still do, to a certain point. And when I see women coming in lacking that self-confidence, I can sort of relate to them because to a certain extent, I'm also in that situation and I want to help because I can help. And that's the way I connect with my clients because majority of us are all on the same page. We all want to fix something. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. We want to fix something. We're all not perfect, you know. So I think that's the way I relate to my clients because I struggle with things. They struggle with things. Nobody's perfect. And they come here and I feel or I hope that they find a sense of comfort and a sense of belonging and a sense of safety. And I think that's what makes them stay. And that's what gets us through, you know. So yeah, I think it's important. It's important to have empathy and to put yourself in the client's shoes, and you can only do that if you're in a certain space yourself.
Speaking of space, do you see yourself branching out?
It is on the cards.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, hopefully in the next year or so, we can open up another skin revision co somewhere.
Okay. Well,
Hopefully
we wish you all the best with that. Thank you so much for my glowed up skin.
You're so welcome.
We're out at Skin Revision Co. in Centurion, right? Yes, and we just spoke to Devina about the amazingness of her brand and just how she keeps it going. She's a young woman that's doing really amazing things within the skincare industry. And yeah, that's it for Carve Comeliness for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Carve.
Kat. It was awesome having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How do you like my glow up? Is it popping?
It's looking good.
It's a wrap.